Wow, it has been a whirlwind of a week. Many of you know that I've been in the midst of a move, and I moved on Sunday to literally my dream home, to a place that I've always wanted to live in since I've been in Los Angeles for 8 years. Spanish style duplex. I just love these buildings, and they're the epitome of living in LA for me. And it's 8 years, that in the making to be here. And it's really interesting because through the move, so much came up with expectations, with what it's supposed to look like, and I went through a lot of really interesting moments, upsetting myself unnecessarily, and then just totally surrendering and being able to enjoy the beauty and just really having space and being in a place where I really knew it was going to make me happy and make my husband happy. So today I want to talk with you about expectations and also how we can limit ourselves too of being in control in transitions. And many people that I know right now are going through transitions in my immediate circle, in the circles outside, extended circles, whether it's being newly diagnosed of a disease, getting a new job, ending a marriage, starting a new job, moving. Many of my friends are moving out of LA. Know people that are wanting to move into LA, and just a lot of movement and manifestation is what I'm noticing that's happening, and it may be happening for you. And we're all going through transition all the time. Just to sit down at your computer and turn it on, there's a transition. And then there might be bigger ones or smaller ones, and that's when we really are challenged as human beings to be in control. All of a sudden you get new information and the solution hat goes on, the problem solving goes on, and there's no space for what's happening. And I'm going to share a story with you because one of my friends who we actually bonded as she was leaving LA to go to Saratoga Springs, New York. Didn't expect this one, my pup. Mala, come here. Come. See, expectations. She's a dog, and a dog that doesn't listen to me all the time. Come here, now. Mala, come. Sit. All right, back to you. I'm going to give up on that one. So we went for 2 hikes, and the second hike we went, and she was very pissed off because her new husband was doing something that he needed to do. And moves are stressful, whether you like moving or you don't like moving. There's a lot of details and a lot of moving parts. And so she was venting a little bit. And as we were hiking, she said to me, well, everything was supposed to look like this. We were going to get up in the morning. We were going to get this done. We're going to be on the road by this. I've got to be here when I got to be here. It's got to look like this. It's got to look like this. And I was looking at her like you're looking at me. And I said, really? It's got to look like this? Gosh, that's so limiting. I mean, how are you going to have any support? How are you going to be open? How are you going to experience and enjoy what's going on? I mean, what about everything all outside of this little box of limitation? And what if we expand those boundaries, and we expand those boundaries, and we say, well, I'd like it to be like this, and I know that other things are going to happen that I don't know, because that's what happens. That's a fact. That's just how it goes in life, like it or not. And I said, what if you just throw that away? And what happened has happened, and you can point fingers and blame. And this is, I'm talking to you too, and this is also for me. On my move, they showed up early, which was cool. There was 3 guys instead of 4. They didn't finish at the time that they thought they would. And I was getting a little bit antsy. I was like, all right, I'm ready. Like, I'll start moving here. Let me be the 4th guy. And I had to just surrender because it was going to be what it was going to be, regardless of finances, and it was more or not or this. It just was what it was. It expanded a little bit more in the space of what it was supposed to be. So if you're taking your life or an experience that's happening right now for you, whether it's a new job, an ending job, a health thing, or even your yoga practice, that my yoga practice has to look like this, or my relationship has to look like this, or I have to look like this. Don't you think you might be limiting yourself from all of the possibilities that you could be? And you can list those and be open to what's going to show up. For me, it's taken me 8 years to live where I'm living right now. And I've driven by these properties and even the street that I'm living on for years. Did I know it was going to be this place? No. Did I know even when I walked in here? Absolutely not. Now I couldn't be happier. And just because it's given me so much, just to be in a beautiful space, to be able to speak with you and just really feel great about it and share it. So I want to do a little thing about expectations. I'm not saying expectations are bad. They're good. But there's healthy expectations, like my dog. I wake up in the morning, and I'm going to show you her. Stay. See, come here. That's just what she does. She runs away, but I'll show you soon. I'll let you guys see her at some point, maybe not this video. If I think and I expect that she's going to turn into a cat or she's going to act differently towards me, it's insanity. If I squeeze my toothpaste expecting peanut butter, it's preposterous, right? So there's going to be healthy expectations that things are going to be the way they are. But when we put expectations that something has to fit into a box, it's limiting and it causes a disconnect. And I want you just to become aware of this, not to judge yourself or fix yourself because you're not broken, but look at where you're putting unhealthy expectations on outside things that you cannot really control. Because the truth is we're not in control. We're co-participating. We do our part and then we have to surrender. I have to surrender. You have to surrender. And that's what this is about. So see how you can apply this to your life, how you are narrowing the gap between you and what you might be thinking things are supposed to be like. And how can you throw that away and get creative and figure things out in a different way, because you're never stuck. There's going to be other ways of doing it. Now, what I want you to do, because it's so important to me, and I don't expect you're going to do this, but I would love for you to do this, is scroll down, leave a comment of where in your life you are in that box and where you might need some help to look outside, okay? And maybe you have some other ways of dealing with this, or you found some insight. Share it, because not only will it help me, but it can help the community that we're in, and we're all in this together. That's super important. So thank you so much for this time and your support, and I look forward to more, and have a great, great, great day, evening, and wherever you are right now, and I look forward to connecting soon. All right, bye-bye.